Is it possible to have a council so small that it has no districts? Hey, ScouterStan, let's talk a little more about that, and by the end of this video you should have a pretty good grasp of council, district, and commissioners and all that stuff. This question does come up, as you can see here. This person is asking about councils that are so small that they don't have a district. It's just the council. And the structure there is kind of confusing. Now, to clarify a little bit, a council is usually a very large chunk of territory. It's huge, okay? Usually several counties in a state. Now, where I live in Central Florida, we have the Central Florida Council. And then, of course, you have the Northeast Councils and all the different varieties of councils. So in one state, you might have up to 5 different councils. Now, the council can make a decision to divide up all of the different areas for responsibility. Now, this is important to understand. Each district that they define, it has a district executive. So the scout executive, the council scout executive, has district executives that are in charge of different areas. Now, normally that depends on how many units are in that area. That's the key. If you have less than the minimum to support a professional scouter to be appointed to it, they might move that area into another district, making these really large districts. So that does happen. This is scouting is a charity, so we have to be very mindful about what we spend money on as far as our professional staff. So a council can make the decision to move districts around according to their needs. And it's really important to understand that. There are some councils that are small, and because of that, they don't have enough units to really support a district executive. That's really the key there. It's extremely rare. Usually it's very remote, and the council might be bigger because of that, and the district might be enormous just to cover the right amount of units that executive would be handling. Now, we often refer to the district executive as the DE, okay? Back on that acronym thing. That's a big thing, and being a district executive, and there's different levels. There's senior and there's different levels. It really depends on the district. That's the key. And then you have your field directors, could be in charge of many districts or a certain area. I mean, it really defined by your council. Your council defines all of that. Now, your council is a sizable area. It's huge. And your district divided off of that. This may be invisible to most of the volunteers that are in scouting. May not see that. They might think that council is it. There is a district, and it really defined by the council. So it's extremely rare, extremely rare. I can only think of 2 in the whole United States that don't really have the ability for district executives. They might have one, but it takes care of the entire area that they're responsible for. Now, a lot of volunteers kind of assume that that's the case, that there's just the council. That may not be the case, so you have to check into that. It would be rare. And it's important that you not assume that. There is a structure in a district within a council. So that is kind of a structure thing. And we're going to be talking mainly about unit commissioners. Now, unit commissioners no matter what your structure is, that is the connection between your chartered organization, who has that pack, troop, crew, whatever. That's the connection to the council. Okay, that commissioner is there from the district, and that person actually connects to the actual district or council. So that's very important to understand. Now, on the subject of unit commissioners can take on different roles, and it is possible to home grow your own commissioner. That is totally fine. In fact, there's a video on how to do that. That is very important. Every unit has a commissioner. It's just a matter of somebody that is with the unit, helping the unit kind of answer questions and move forward with the program. Now, the unit commissioner is there really to help and assist the adult leadership in being able to have a good program and have something there for the scouts so that they can actually move forward within their own program, whatever unit they are in. Often a unit commissioner will be at the committee meetings. That is very common. Or they might be at a unit meeting just talking with some of the adult leaders, seeing if there's any issues or questions that they need answers to. They're there to help. That's what they're there for. A lot of units try to think, oh, they're trying to spy on me. No, that's they are observing and seeing if there is issues that they can help with. That's the key. The Commissioner Corps is there for the adult leaders to have somebody connected up the ladder, per se, up that ladder to help the unit's leaders really achieve. Hey, before we go any further, I want to make sure that you are invited to come to the live meeting. The live meeting is on the first Sunday of each month at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So please join us. Now, you're going to have to adjust for whatever time zone you're in, but please join us and join in. That's a great way to ask questions, and I'm there to answer them. Also, I want to personally thank all of the patrons on Patreon for their continued financial support. Also, if you would like to become a channel member right here on YouTube, hit the join button and go through that process. It's a great way to help fund what you see here. If you don't want to do a monthly donation, that's fine. We have a thank you button. Just hit the thank you button and make a one-time donation. That is always appreciated. And let's get right back to it. Now, one of the huge things that's out there for commissioners is your district roundtable. Now, your district roundtable is a continuation of your training. So always make every effort to attend every roundtable. Sometimes it depends on your area. Monthly is the norm. That's put it that way. In our area, we have a roundtable on the third Thursday every single month. That is the thing that a lot of roundtables will choose a day of the week and a number on that month, and that's usually how they work it. So check your local schedule. Make sure you go to roundtable. But there are commissioners there. The commissioners run the roundtable. There are dedicated team of commissioners for the roundtable. Now, one of the big one is the Cub Scout roundtable commissioner. That person is there to make sure that all of the Cub Scout packs are aware of everything that's coming up within the program. And there's a lot of stuff that's new this year and a lot of great things going on at your summer camp, wherever that might be it. There's a lot of different council camps that have different activities for Cub Scouts. So this is something that they're aware of, and all the announcements and all of those things that go on with Cub Scouts. The Cub Scout Roundtable Commissioner kind of runs all of that. And when they do breakout sessions at Roundtable, that's when the Cub Masters and the den leaders and everybody goes off and they talk about their issues, and there might be a little bit of training supplemental. Then they come back together, and a lot of times they will do an actual pack meeting. So that's kind of what the Cub Scout Commissioner does. So keep that in mind. If you want to know what's going on, Roundtable is the place. So many Scout leaders complain that they have no idea what's going on. It's because they don't go to Roundtable. That is the number one issue with being connected. Now the other part of that is the Scouts BSA Roundtable Commissioner. Now that is for troops, whether it be a girl troop, a boy troop, what have you. The troops actually will meet up. All of the scout masters, assistant scout masters, committee people, they will actually meet, and there's usually an agenda that they go through, an actual training that goes on. There might be an open session where they bring in a guest and ask questions. I mean, this is very important not to miss type of stuff. And a lot of troops that are disconnected don't go to Roundtable. Now there are other commissioners that could be involved. Venturing commissioners for Roundtable. There could be a Sea Scout commissioner for Roundtable. It depends on your council, your district, and how it's all put together. These are probably the commissioners that you see the most from a scout leader standpoint. This is adult type of training where they go to Roundtable and they meet up with these commissioners, and they've got all the information. They know who the connections are, who to talk to, the whole 9 yards. Very important. So keep all of that in mind when you're dealing with commissioners on that level. Now outside of Roundtable is the district commissioner. Now the district commissioner can have assistants, so there could be those out there, but the district commissioner really works a lot with unit commissioners and the Roundtable commissioners. So that's kind of their team, and that is part of that key 3 for your district. Your district would have your district chair, of course your district commissioner, and of course your district executive. Those are the key three for your district. Now this is true also when you're dealing with the council. The council, there's a council commissioner that works with all the district commissioners. So, there is a structure there. But if it's done right, you wouldn't know it's there. That's the whole thing. You have to go and connect with these. If you're an assistant scoutmaster, you might assume that there isn't a district or there isn't a council. They're just not there. It's just the unit. If you go to Roundtable, that's the beginning. You're going to start seeing that connection between your chartered organization and your actual council and your district. That is so important. These individuals may have multiple units, and they're pulling in good stuff from the other units, and they can help you. That's what's so beautiful about the commissioner service. They're there for you to be helped by them. So definitely you need to know who your commissioner is or why you don't have a commissioner. That's another thing. If you don't have a commissioner, your unit is literally untethered to your district and council. There's no connection. They're independent. Scouting's not meant to be that way. It has to be supportive. Okay, what's the point of all of that without having that connection? It is so critical that you know who your commissioner is. Now, we do a lot of work for our scouts. It would be disappointing if we're not connected to helping those scouts succeed. So definitely keep up that good hard work. And if you want to find out more information about commissioner work, check out the link. And of course, like always, I'll see you on the trail.